Day 5 of our 5-day challenge. Let's get seated. Let's get present. Are we starting our practice this way first? Notice any maybe feelings of anxiousness or tired, or how we're feeling. Remember, if you can't sit in the seated position, finding a comfortable position that works for you on your heels or one leg in front of the other. Let's find our alignment on those sit bones, making sure our chest isn't too forward. Bring it back. Check where the chin is at, maybe too up or too down. Bring it in center so the neck feels relaxed over the shoulders. Give yourself 2 breaths here, all the way to the belly. Exhale any tension, any anxiousness. Bring yourself here for a moment. Close out the world. Perfect. We're going to stay seated here for a moment. We're going to open up the arms. We're expanding on all these postures we did in the days before. Big hug here. And closing into that self hug. Elbows lifted, holding on to opposite shoulders. I have the right over top of the left up first. Making sure you're not puffing up the chest. Tuck it in the rib cage. Engage through the entire abdominals, nice and tall through the spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring up the arms. The elbows are going to stay stacked on top of each other. Bring those arms up, and you can just bring the arms, the back of the hands to meet, facing each other, or you can wrap those fingers around, touching one fingers to the palm of the other hand. And you can bring the hands towards the forehead, lifting the elbows. Feel that opening between the shoulder blades. Breathe. One more breath. Bring it back down the arms, unravel the arms, bring them all the way down to your sides, fingertips grounding down to the earth. Allow the sensation to dissipate a little bit from the shoulders. Feel the weight come back down to the shoulders. Perfect. We're going to open up again, world hug here, all the way nice and wide. And then we're going to cross it over, opposite arm from the last you did on top. So left over right for me, holding onto those shoulders. Elbows are lifted. Breathe. Tuck in the rib cage, engage through the core. Perfect. And then we're going to bring those arms up. Those elbows are staying on top of each other. Again, the back of the hands are facing each other, or you're wrapping the fingertips to touch the other palms of the hands. And then bring those hands towards the forehead if you can, lifting the elbows. Remember to stay wherever you feel comfortable. One more breath. And bring the arms back down in front, unraveling those arms. Bring them down to your side, fingertips to the mat. Open up the shoulders. Perfect. We're going to get right into our tabletop. You should feel all those shoulders open already, shoulder blades. Getting ready to create more activity down the spine. Let's get right into our tabletop, our stable table. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Push through the shoulder blades, engage through the belly. Breathe. One more breath here. We're just going to do a few cat-cows, waking up the spine. Bring the pelvis down and then bring it in. Bring it out. Bring it in. One more time. Cow to cat. Perfect. Come back to the stable table. Push through the shoulder blades. We're going to raise the right arm up. We're going to raise that left leg back and hold. If you can just do the leg, just do the leg if you're really unsteady today. Breathe, engage the glutes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Bring it down. Opposite side, but bring it back to stable table first. We lose a little bit of integrity there. We're lifting the opposite arm and leg. When you're ready, lifting up through the arm, lifting up through the leg. Engage. Engage the glutes, engage the belly so you're not arching the back. One more breath and bring it down. Perfect. We're going to stretch that left leg back and push into the heel. One breath here. And then I'm going to place this right foot all the way beside the foot, beside the thumb, beside the left thumb. Body parts I get mixed up sometimes. Just gotta laugh. Knee is aligned with the ankle. Toes are separated. Come all the way up, hands on the hips. Tuck in the belly. Feel this nice alignment from the right hip all the way to the right knee. Nice and tall. We're gonna bring up the hands. Slight back bend as we look up. Bring out the belly, reach up to the heavens. Perfect. Bring down the arms. We're going to come forward. We're going to stretch this front leg. Pick up the toes. Untuck the back toes. Come seated on the heel if you can come all the way back. So if you need to stay lifted, stay lifted. Come back to your stretch, to your practice. One more breath here. Come all the way forward, hands coming forward. We're bringing it right back to our tabletop. Perfect. Engage through the core so you can lift that right knee all the way in and then place it down beside the inside of the hand, beside the right thumb. Again, look at the engagement from the knee to the ankle. Spread the toes. Come all the way up, hands to hips. Align, make any adjustment you need to adjust. Engage through those glutes. And then raise up the hands. Slight back bend, looking up. Bring the energy up. One more breath. Perfect. Bring the arms all the way down. And then we're leaning back with the hips, raising that foot up. And this time, instead of coming forward and going into tabletop, we're coming forward, placing that foot down, aligning that knee to the ankle, engaging that back foot, tucking the toe, lift up the leg and step it forward. Forward fold, ragdoll here, let it all go. Shake out the head, yes. Shake it out, no. Breathe into the feet. Perfect. We're going to bend the knees so you can place the hands on the mat. We're going to step back the right leg, place the hands down, step back the left leg, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Maybe you have to walk the feet in closer, walk the hands towards the feet, and push all the weight back into the legs. Downward facing dog. Breathe. We're going to lift that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog, and then bring it through. Right knee behind the right wrist. Lower it down. Stretch out the left leg. Now, if you have issues with the hip and the lower back here, maybe bringing in that foot towards the body and even knee at center or knee still out to the side for this half pigeon. You want to square the hips to center. You want to make sure that leg is nice and long behind you, not out to the side. And if you can come into the pigeon that maybe you know of, where that front leg is parallel to the front of the mat, but only if you can comfortably bring those hips to center. And then you can come to the hands all the way to the fingertips, proud pigeon, chest coming forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then you can lower down with length through the spine to forearms, to hands, or all the way down. And just breathe. Relaxing those hips. Two more breaths here. Perfect. We're going to come back up to our hands. We're going to come all the way over to our right side, bending that back knee and bringing it all the way forward. This is what I call windmill legs, but we're going to not stop there today. We're going to bring it all the way forward, settle onto both hips. In these other days of challenges, we've done half shoelace, where we brought the right leg over first, stacking the knees, right foot points out, bottom leg is active and straight. We're up nice and tall. If you'd like to take full shoelace in this last day of challenge, we bend that bottom leg, bring that foot out to the other side. Both knees are stacked. Coming to sit on both sit bones, nice and tall. And then you can come forward, folding if you like, hands coming towards the mat. Relax the neck. One more breath. Perfect. We're going to walk it back. We're going to get right back into our half pigeon on the right side. So we're going to lift if you have the legs straight and half shoelace. You're going to have to bend, come to the right, bring it back, that left leg. If you're in full shoelace, and I'll just show, just so you have to start thinking about the mechanics of your body. You don't want to bend your knees out where they're not supposed to go. It just gets you thinking. If you're in full shoelace, you can come forward and that knee will come right back into that half pigeon, stretching out that back leg, that left leg behind you, right onto your hands. Perfect. Now we're going to get all the way back into downward facing dog. Tuck in that back toes, lift up through center. If you don't want to do a downward facing dog, you can come right back into a half pigeon on the other side, left knee forward. So lift up, lift that front leg back, walk it out. Push into those sit bones, relax the neck. One more breath here. And then stretch out that left leg. Bring in the knee behind the wrist. Find what's comfortable for your half pigeon. Stretch out that back leg, making sure it's nice and straight. Square the hips to center. Come up onto your fingertips, engage through the belly. Proud pigeon here. And then lower down with length through the spine. 2 hands, 2 forearms, or all the way down. And breathe. One more breath. And then coming all the way back up to your hands. If you're doing half shoelace, this back leg, you're going to be sitting on this hip. Bring that right leg forward. Left leg comes on top for the knees to be stacked. If you want to come in a different way, for full shoelace, I always find these transitions to be the most interesting to me. We're going to lift through that back leg, through the toes, and you're just going to lift forward, tucking that back knee behind the other knee. Both feet are pointed out, and you're sitting back into those sit bones. Find your seated position, knees are stacked. I always find them the funniest, the fun transitions. And then coming forward if you like. Opening the hips. Keep settling them back down to the earth. Find length through the spine. One more breath here. And then walking all back up. If you're in half shoelace, that front leg's coming all the way back behind, and we're all meeting in half pigeon again. So I'm coming forward from full shoelace, dropping that left knee behind my wrist, stretching out the back leg. Back to half pigeon. Probably feel a lot more open in the hips now in this half pigeon after shoelace. Perfect. Let's come seated onto our left side. Everyone come seat down to our left side, bringing that right leg all the way forward, and now back into a seated position. Let's come into butterfly, both feet coming together. Finding those sit bones, moving the wings. Perfect. You can bring up the wings, settling the feet, hinging back with intention and lowering down, doing a little bit of ab work, or you can lower down in butterfly. All the way down. Perfect. Once we all get down here, palms facing up, bring the legs back into butterfly. See if you can bring them close in those heels as it feels comfortable. Tilt the pelvis, stretch out the spine along the mat. Relax the wings. Perfect. I'm going to close the right wing over the left, doing a little supine twist over to the left side. Both my shoulder blades are still touching onto the mat. Chin is facing up, palms are facing up of the hands. You can bring the left hand to be the top of the thigh if you like. You can bring the knees in closer. Find your comfortable supine twist. 2 more breaths here. Perfect. Release the hand. Open up the wings. Moving side to side. Find your center, your butterfly wings. And when you're ready, settled in center. Oh, closing the left wing over the right this time. Relax the shoulders. And then in the next breath, open up the wings again, all the way back to center, butterfly wings. Move it side to side, flutter your wings, making sure the back and everything comes back to center. Perfect. Let's place the feet onto the mat. Knees are bent. Bring them in nice and close to the body. Tilt the pelvis towards the mat. Perfect. We're just going to do a little more activity through the belly before we rest down in Shavasana on this last day, day 5 of the 5-day challenge. Place the palms facing down onto the mat and then slide the hands underneath the bum, right where the hips are. Elbows should feel relaxed, shoulders should feel relaxed. Pull the knees towards the chest. And then bring those feet all the way up to the earth, flat-footed towards the ceiling, towards the heavens, should I say, not the earth. The hips are going down to the earth. And then we're going to point the toes and we're going to lower down, but you're going to lower down straight leg only to where you don't start arching or tilting the pelvis up. So bring them back up to this position if you start to tilt. So lower down, draw it back up. Let's do that for 5, mindfully doing them for 5. Keep breathing. And after 5, bring them all the way back up. Bring the knees into the chest. Hold onto the knees. Perfect. We're going to do one more round of those and then settle right into the sweet surrender of Shavasana. Bring those feet up. Slide those hands back underneath. Point the feet. Activate the legs. And once you're feeling nice and active, bring it down. Bring it up. Keep going for 5. Perfect. Slide out the hands, bring the knees to the chest, and hold on. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. Place the feet on the mat, heels nice and close to the body. Tilt the pelvis. Palms can face down in the mat or up. Relax the shoulders. And really push into the heels, tilting the pelvis, actively squishing the belly here. And then release. Now tighten the glutes and the abdominals, pull in that pelvis. And then release. One more time, bring it in. Release. Stretch out the right leg, stretch out the left leg. Bring the hands overhead, full body stretch. Bring it out to a star. Stretch the legs, stretch the arms, big star. And then bring it in. Let the feet flop open, relax, maybe shake it out. Bring the arms to your Shavasana-like state. Palms facing up. Let it all go. Relax the jaw. Maybe need some deep breaths. Relax the jaw and the let that sigh come out of the mouth. Inhale. And then out of the mouth. Maybe this time let the tongue hang out of the mouth as you sigh. Don't hold back. One more time. Beautiful. Soften the eyes. Let the mind wander in beauty of nature, bringing in images of birds, the trees, all the beautiful colors in the flowers, the bright yellows, the purples and the reds. See the lush greens. Fill all of your mind with that beauty. Bringing peace to the body as it connects with nature through the mind, through the memory of nature. And the next breath, inhale deeply. Exhale, let it out slowly and long. Exhale. Start to move the fingers and toes, bringing a little more activity to the body, a little more energy. Sliding one foot towards the mat, sliding the other foot towards the mat, tilt the pelvis. Bring it all the way over to one side, fetal position, hand under head. And then bring it all the way to the seated position, finding those sit bones. Moving out any extra cushioning or natural cushioning. Drop the shoulders. Final breath here, and giving thanks for everyone that shares their energy in this practice. And giving thanks to yourself this time for yourself. Let's lift up the arms, final breath, lifting the mood. Bring in all the good energy through the mind, through the heart. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this 5-day challenge.
Hi, Elizabeth of Life Food Yoga here. If you like that video, I want to gift you with a free 1-hour beginner flow class. This flow will help you have better movement for the entire day and set you up for a great mindset to take on that day. So click on the link below. It'll take you to a page, enter your name and email, and you'll get access right away. Also, I'm going to continue to create content for you. So hit subscribe so you don't miss out. And let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, shorter or longer videos. Finally, give it a like, and I hope that you take on this day living life to the fullest.